then she come out.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We're speeding up, man. Turning over. Right, yeah, man.
First of all, congratulations for your award.
Thank you, lady.
Pretty something.
Thank you, yeah, no, it sure is.
Did you think that when you were performing at the American Art Stadium and you saw those people that it was like award-winning territory?
Yeah. Yeah, they told us it was going to be a big crowd and near a record. So we didn't know any figures or anything, but there's so many people there. When we came off stage, there was like about 5,000 people behind the stage. We couldn't have seen anything, you know, so we knew it was fairly extraordinary.
Well, what is it like to see that amount of people in front of you?
What's it like, Lynn?
Well, it's fantastic. I see everybody dancing and loving and all ages and families and singing and cuddling and singing even when they don't know the language, some of them.
Because they say that the American Art Stadium is actually quite special, that even at football matches with that huge amount of people, there's very little violence, that people, I mean, I wonder why that is at that
No, we
place.
didn't have any violence, because, you know, that many people, you could expect some, but it was, our shows turned out to be very good-humoured affairs. People came up afterwards and sort of said, you know, yeah, we had a really good evening, there was no trouble, and people were sort of linking arms and all feeling good about each other, which was great, really, you know.
What is the best response from the audience? Is it towards your later music, or is it when you go do the Beatles numbers? What do they like the best?
Well, they like the favourites the best, you know, the kind of the biggest hits, really, most crowds. So that tended to be the Beatles stuff, but it was interesting because the newer stuff we were playing took on its own thing during the tour, like a song like Put It There, which started off quite sort of unknown, became a little bit of a sort of anthem in the tour, you know, so it was good. The new stuff held its own with the old stuff, which we were quite pleased with.
Yeah. Are you glad that it's over? I mean, it's been a marathon tour for you both. You know, this...
Yeah, you know, yeah, really.
Well, we enjoyed it. I mean,
It's great, we enjoyed it. But it's like a great holiday, you know, you're kind of glad it's over. Because you can go home.
So what about plans for touring 1991? Is that on the cards?
No, yeah, we've got a lot of things to do in 91. We're going to try and get a new album together, but we're not going to hurry it. And then maybe at the end of that year we'll decide that we'd like to go out again. You know, we've got a nice band. And it was a good experience, this tour, you know, we enjoyed it. So, kind of thought, well, why not do it again, you know? But I think, first of all, we'd want to get a new album.
Can you go on indefinitely? I mean, ever since the Beatles started and you've been going...
Go on,
No,
okay, let me wind him up.
I can't.
I'll wind him up. Oh,
I've
you
got
can,
two more good years in me yet, lass. She'll let me on walking frame pretty soon. But I'll tune the bugger.
That's it, my
I'll
small
play
boy.
it.
It's all right,
I'll find a
Rocky.
way to play a walking frame. Hey, come, what are you talking about?
Well, it's like
I
you
think there's life in
continually-
us yet. I don't know.
It's like continually you've rewritten history, though, because like when rock and roll started, it's like, how long can we keep going?
Yeah,
How
no,
long can
it's
this
turned
keep
out like that. We all started off, you know, thinking, well, it's only a young person's music. And then you kind of people now who are in the 60s thinking that are now kind of mid-40s, and they haven't switched off yet. They should have, according to all rules of known mankind, they should have, but they haven't. And what's great is the young kids now are getting into the 60s, like Hendrix and Otis Redding and the people from then. So I think it's really looking good. You know, you got
So
the
you
young.
will go on, Paul.
So I probably will
You'll
go on ad infinitum.
Just you worked with Elvis Costello previously. Are you thinking perhaps you might like to work with him again, or is there anyone
I
else?
actually
you
just
want
worked with Elvis last week. We wrote 3 more songs. It's great.
to- So
Yeah,
it was-
real good time. Yeah, he's smashing bloke. And I've been doing this orchestral thing, which is very different. It's a different ball game. It's not 2 verses a chorus, 2 verses a chorus. You're very free in it. So when I came to write with Elvis, it was good because we didn't do what we normally should have done. We were a little bit freer. So it was good.
Now is this for the 1991 Liverpool Cathedral
Yeah.
celebration? How's that going? Are you both involved in that?
Well, not really.
I'll bring
As
the
wife
tea
of
in.
composer.
I'm wife of composer.
Wife of composer. You wouldn't let it lie.
Wouldn't let it lie.
You wouldn't let it lie.
I know.
That's,
Sounds great.
but no, what's happening with that is I'm kind of working hard on it with.
It's for a cathedral.
friend of mine.
Cathedral in Liverpool.
It's for an orchestra. It's a big orchestral thing, basically, and it's very interesting. It's very complex, but it's great fun working on it because it's changed from anything I've ever done. But also, I'm writing my own songs. So I got the two on the go, and that's scheduled for June in '91. It's going to be fun.
I've got two. I'm getting digs in the back. I've got two more questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, two's fine.
Two's okay. First one is the Cavern, I believe, has been closed because they can't get a liquor license at the moment. Are you aware of this? How do you feel about that being sort of?
The Cavern in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well, they never actually did have a liquor license when we played there. So I don't know why they'd have to close because he hasn't got a liquor license. They used to just serve Coca-Cola and cheese rolls. That was all you needed then, and I suggest they go back to the old policy. Yeah, I seem to be suddenly talking in a Yorkshire accent. I blame the alcohol myself.
Tonight. The other question is your vegetarian cookbook. Obviously, that's out in time for Christmas, and that we celebrated tonight with this wonderful food. Are you both really militant about this vegetarianism thing, and how are you going to change people's attitudes? Is it possible?
We're not militant about it, but we're very keen about it. And Linda's done her cookbook. She's been called evangelical vegetarian, but it is because it's important to us.
I just love animals, and I don't think people realise an animal has to be murdered for one to eat them. And people say, well, I love animals, so I said, well, don't eat them then. And people are now starting to say, well, actually, I'd like to be vegetarian, but I don't know how to be, so I did the cookbook. So and it's doing great. You know, a lot of young kids. And
it's actually happening quite a lot over here in England, particularly. You're starting to meet people now, instead of the kind of saying, what are you doing, man, eating rabbit food? Or it's not like that anymore. It used to be like that. People are now saying, oh yeah, you know, my sister or my daughter is vegetarian. Quite accepted. And my theory is that going into the next century, with the population explosion, we'll have to go to that. I don't think you'll be able to sustain a meat economy.
Also, doctors are saying it's healthier. Well, it's certainly healthier for the animals, but they're saying heart disease and cancer can counteract that, and it's a good thing to be.
So what does a McCartney Christmas dinner look like?
Well, what Linda cooks, she cooks. Linda's the cook of the house.
I love cooking.
She's a real good cook, and our kids are very good cooks, so they all muck in. And it'll be really a traditional Christmas dinner, everything. Except instead of the turkey, we have like a kind of roast, which you can slice. So it's very near it. And this way, it means even the turkey has a happy Christmas.
Is that all right? I have to stop.
Yeah.
Keep someone
Right,
poking
no,
me in
that
the
was
bum.
good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for asking that last question.
Cool.
Have a great short questions to add to Pip's questions from MTV Europe, and we'd like to know, we've heard a lot of rumors that you'd be coming to Japan in '91 for a tour, and we would like to know the details of it.
Well, at the moment there aren't any details because it's just a rumor at the moment. What we're hoping to do in 1991 is make a new album, and it depends on how that goes when we tour. But we're thinking of maybe early '92 or something. You know, it's about a year or so away.
Right.
And if we do, we will have to come to Japan because we enjoyed it so much this last time.
Right. We're really looking forward to it. And one last thing, we'd like a little message from both of you to our viewers in Japan.
Yes. Well, as you know, we speak fluent Japanese, so we like to say that. Yes, we'd like to send a very serious message. Very happy Christmas. Have a peaceful New Year from Paul and Linda.
Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. Sayonara. Hi.
Thank you so much.
I love that. Yeah, nearish. Just saying right.